Hey, what is up you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So disclaimer lang, first, I'm sorry for the background. It's not the prettiest background, but whatever. And I'm sorry if you're gonna hear a lot of background noises, a lot of static noises, kasi it's daytime and maraming dumadaan sa street, so I'm sorry. In this video, this is gonna be one of those videos where we just talk about certain topics. Our topic for today is something that I myself, I'm guilty of putting this onto myself on a daily basis for the longest period of time. And I'm talking about pressure. There are a lot of things or factors in our lives that puts pressure on our life, if that makes sense. I'm talking about, peer pressure, pressure from your family, pressure from yourself. And I think it's pretty important to talk about this, especially to those young people who are still in school, or especially to those young people who are just starting out in their adult life, who are just on their first job, figuring things out for themselves. And it's pretty important because when the pressure gets you, you feel lost, you feel, unhappy, and it happened to me, it happens to me. I keep doing it, and I have to remind myself sometimes that I don't have to do it, I don't have to put so much pressure into myself because I'm just a human being. So anyways, let's just proceed with the talk about pressure. Grab yourself a drink or something. Let's talk about pressure. I have my notes here again. I always take notes whenever I think of topics or issues that I wanna talk about. So first, I wanna talk about the pressure that we put on ourselves. Since I was a kid, since I started school, basically, I was an overachiever, I could say. I always wanted to, overperform. I wanted to do well in school. I wanted to be part of activities. I was like that. I was the competitive student. But when I got into high school, and I went into high school where basically everyone is, if not as smart as me, maybe way even smarter than me. So I was like, why is everyone else so competitive or even more competitive than me? I was used to be the most competitive one, or one of the most competitive ones. I started to feel like I wasn't worthy to be in that particular school because everyone was so smart, everyone was so magaling in everything, and I wasn't. So I started to doubt myself then. I started to doubt my capabilities, my abilities. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed high school. I enjoyed being with my friends. I enjoyed, studying in high school. But that's when it first dawned on me that I am an ordinary human being. I'm not really that good. So when I graduated in high school and I wasn't part of the honor students, I felt like a disappointment to my parents, and they knew that. The first thing I said to my mom when I graduated high school was, I'm sorry you wasn't part of the honor roll. She said, oh, it's fine, okay lang yan, there's still college, babawi ka na lang sa college, ganyan. So came college year. When I went to FEU, I was a Dean's Lister, and yeah, I performed well, I think, but I had to transfer back to Ilocos because of health reasons. I transferred back to Ilocos. I transferred back to that same university I went to, and because I was a transferee, there was a rule na hindi ako pwedeng maging college scholar or university scholar. That was fine naman kasi yung tuition naman sa university back then is hindi naman ganun kamahal. So yeah, but still, it kind of hurt na I can't have that scholar title. That's one of the pressures that I put on myself. That I have to be a scholar, that I have to be at the top. Graduation came ng college, and again, I wasn't able to get a Latin honor kasi nga I was a transferee. So, it was a bummer again, and I felt like a disappointment again. I told myself, yeah, babawi na lang ako sa board exam. And then board exam came. All throughout the review ng board exam, my goal, ang focus ko is I wanna be on the top. I wanna feel like I'm not a disappointment. Again, results came in. I wasn't in the top 10. I did good, but I wasn't in the top 10. I wasn't great enough to be at the top. I felt like a disappointment again. And honestly, the first thing I said and did when I saw the results of the board exam, I called my mom. I told her, "Ma, nurse na ako, pero hindi ako kasama sa top." And then I cried. You know, I felt like a disappointment again and again and again. I had this thought in my mind na palagi na lang bang ganito yung mararamdaman ko whenever I have a big milestone that I have to achieve. What I learned from that is I was the one who put all of these expectations onto myself. Not my parents, not my friends, not any of my family members. Ako. It was me from the very start. It was me who wanted to prove to myself and to my family and to my friends that I'm good enough. Thinking about it now, it's so frustrating that I caused myself to feel all of those negative feelings. I caused myself to feel bad instead of feel the joy that I was supposed to feel because I graduated, because I passed the board exam. But instead, I chose to look on the negative side of things. That isn't the way I should have looked at it. I should have looked at it as a milestone, as an achievement, as a victory. All of those experiences caused me a lot of unhappiness, doubt, caused me a lot of feelings of loneliness. This also happened when I transitioned from being a student to being a real life adult, you know, when I first started my first job. So right after I passed the board exam, I started working at a tertiary hospital in the metro. And to say that it was difficult was an understatement because heck, it was so difficult. It was so hard to go from being a student to working and living for yourself. You have to feed yourself. You have to make sure that you have rent money, you have money for electricity, for water. You have to make sure that your budget for a specific time is enough. So yeah, it was so difficult. And I used to do a lot of overtime. I used to work on a lot of holidays. Kapag holiday yan, automatic yan, I would request my managers to put me on the schedule kapag holiday. Even on my birthday, I even go to work during my birthday. In the past 2 Christmases and New Year's, I've spent them at the hospital, and it's really saddening now that I think about it because I've lost a lot of precious time for my family and for myself. I've put this thought in my mind that I have to do better at work. I have to put a lot of time and a lot of effort into my work. That it even got to the point where I was just lost. I was just thinking, ano na nga bang sense ng lahat ng to? Why am I even working again? What do I even want to prove? I was really lost. Kasi when you start to do things, even when you already know that you're unhappy, that's when you start to feel lost and you kind of lose your sense of purpose. What I learned from this is that it is important to give yourself a break sometimes. You don't have to be so hard on yourself. You don't have to nag yourself every time that you have to work, you have to work, you have to work a lot, you have to earn a lot of money. Don't look at other people's achievements. Look at yours. Look where you are right now. What you've gone through. As cliche as it sounds, putting yourself first and being selfish is not always bad. You have to give yourself that kind of energy. It's you who should be giving yourself that, not other people. And when you feel like your body is telling you something, your body is telling you that it's tired, listen to it. Yun talaga yung magsasabi sa'yo na malapit na yung breaking point ng katawan mo. We have limits as a person, as a human being. Kaya, it's important to take care of yourself, of your health. It's important to take care of your physical, your mental, and your emotional health. You feel generally healthy and okay and happy. Again, I didn't say that I wasn't happy when I worked in my first job. What I'm trying to say is, it's not really a wise decision to stay in a situation where you don't feel happy, where you don't feel the same fulfillment as before. And I'm not saying that just because I experienced this feeling of unhappiness on my first job doesn't mean you will as well. It's how you adapt, and it's how you manage to deal with this kind of situations. Again, if you think that you made wrong decisions in your life, you don't have to beat yourself over for it. You don't have to punish yourself over and over for it. Believe me, there is no single person who hasn't made a single mistake in their entire life. The only thing you can do when you make mistakes, when you make wrong decisions, you have to pick yourself up and then you go forward from it. That's what you can do. That's the only thing you can do. Before I end this video, I just wanna share the things that I tell myself whenever I start to feel like I'm putting a lot of pressure onto myself again, so that I won't feel unhappy, I won't feel disappointed to myself, because I'm just human. I can make mistakes, make wrong decisions. As a human being, I also have that capability to transcend, to move forward, and to go further than where I am now. So I tell myself, when I'm tired, just rest. Rest, but don't give up. Go forward again. I'll get there eventually, in my own pace, in my own terms. As the Miley Cyrus song goes, it ain't about how fast you get there or what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. It's the journey. I have to treasure the journey, and I have to treasure the people that I meet throughout my journey. I have to remind myself that there are no redos in life. There are no replay buttons or undo buttons. We only have one chance to live this life. So we have to make it worth it. We have to make it worth living. It doesn't matter if we make all the wrong decisions, or it doesn't matter where our destination will be. What matters is how we get there. I hope this helps you, and I hope you don't put a lot of pressure onto yourselves, especially during these times. And again, I hope you stay safe, you stay healthy, and you stay informed. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Again, this is me saying move forward, and I'll see you on the next one.